Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie Studios, Plate Mill Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure.
Hello and welcome back to the Knights of Roleplay. Tonight we are on Zoom because here, pants are optional. Where we last left our intrepid heroes, Mixie, Trixie, Fuzzy, and Ro, they had just gotten back from a successful smash and grab at the local museum where they had recovered a stone that was in fact an egg that was about to destroy the city when it hatched. So, in recognition of their good deed, they were offered a place as agents of the Golden Vault, a local group that is bent on helping the world with its transition to the new council, that even if it's a little under the table. The next day, after everybody has had a chance to have a little sleep and recover, the priest comes back into your quarters in the back of the church, bearing a package. Within the package, you find a rather nondescript, rather crumpled old hat. Who is back there to receive said hat?
We can say that Ro's back there.
Okay. Well, Ro. So, somebody just dropped this off with your name on it. It's a
Oh, yes.
curious
Thank
piece.
you, Father Mulcahy. I believe that hat is for me.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Father.
The hat is indeed your requested hat of disguise. A hat that allows the wearer who is attuned to it to cast disguise self.
I will spend the next hour attuning to it.
You will spend the next hour attuning to the hat. All right. So a couple of weeks are going to go by. Does anybody have anything with regards to some downtime activities that they would like to do for the next couple of weeks? Just if there's anything in particular that you want to do, you have some time to do it.
Is there a chapter in the new book that even addresses this? Because I should have read it and I surely haven't. I don't know. I mean, Fuzzy would be sparring with a good father when he wants to spar. Working on his cooking skills, perfecting recipes, but I don't know, like what legitimate things can you leverage to get something fun or flavorful out of them with 2024? I'm not sure.
I haven't looked. I mean, I haven't really read about any specific downtime activities, but they're probably not going to be much different from the 2014 rules. So I guess let your imagination run, and we'll just play it by ear on that one.
I mean, I've said those things. I'm gonna go look and see. I'm gonna skim while others talk and see if I find anything worthy.
I think Mixie would probably be doing some trainings with maybe Fuzzy a little bit, working on her acrobatic skills, and kind of looking to get her thieving skills up a little bit too.
So, keeping your skills sharp and on point. All right.
Ro is going to spend some time in the days after the heist at the museum, basically going in different personas and kind of checking out what's going on at the museum. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be closed for repair for a while or whatever, but if it becomes open to the public at any time in the near future, Ro will basically show up in different personas on different days, just kind of listening, and if it's open to the public, Ro will walk in and kind of walk around and look at some things and leave, and just sort of see what the aftermath of the heist is, but never appearing as Ro.
As Ro. Gotcha. The museum is closed for a couple of days, ostensibly for renovations. When the museum reopens and you go back in, for the most part, most of the displays are the same. The giant animatronic dinosaur, however, is missing, with a little sign saying that the display is currently undergoing minor repairs and will return as soon as those repairs are done. You do note that the guards around there are sporting a few interesting bruises, but for the most part do seem to be okay. The gemstone wing seems to have returned to its previous state, where it's basically just a nice collection of various rare gems and some mineralogical information about them on little plaques. So for the most part, life kind of returned to normal there, and
Okay.
nobody seems to be wanting to talk about anything that might have happened after this gala. Everybody just kind of is very evasive about it.
Okay. I have no intention of really engaging in a roleplay situation here, but I'm just curious if at any point did Ro happen to see the curator just kind of doing their thing? Just making the rounds, doing whatever the curator usually does.
You do catch glimpses of the curator every now and then, but they're kind of few and far between. Word around that is that she kind of is spending most of her time in her offices these days and not really doing much.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank
Close
you.
to her. Do they, Fuzzy would ask when you come back to the church if the fake Mark Meyer stone is still there on display.
It is not. No, the whole incident just kind of seems to be not discussed, and everybody just kind of pretends it didn't happen.
So there's no display for the stone that we swapped in?
Correct.
Okay.
So, right. And
And I guess hey John, this is what just released, but it seems like my little bit of research, Downtime Activities has been rebranded into Bastions more than anything in this version of D&D.
Interesting. That's why I couldn't find
So
anything.
Bastions is that's a totally separate. It's something that you can do as part of a downtime activity, as far as I know. But it's this whole system of having basically like a castle or like some property that you own.
Kind of already have it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I don't think they replaced the downtime activities with this one particular downtime activity. I think.
Well, it's basically it's not mentioned else in the source list.
Right. I'm pretty sure that I heard on a podcast that they don't have downtime activities anymore, and Bastions is the only thing even close to that you could do if you wanted to.
Something for players to spend their money on.
Yeah. I don't think downtime activities, to like gain a skill or do any of the things you could do before are there, with the possible exception of there are probably some kind of crafting rules if you wanted to make things. Yes. But again, I don't think there's like an organized system of downtime activities. I don't think that exists in the 2024 rules.
Yeah, unless you use the expansion content like Xanathar's or something like that, which Xanathar's has a whole bunch of it, but that's outside the core stuff. So DM discretion there if you want to play with that or not. But.
Call that on a case-by-case basis because some of those books don't quite mesh with the 2024 rules yet.
Sure.
Anyway. Sorry. Okay, so a couple of weeks goes by. People are checking in on the museum. Everything seems fine. People are keeping their skills sharp. And all right, let's see. On a typical day, I guess most of you are kind of otherwise hanging about the church. Mixie, you're in the back area. Just in your little common area in the back of the church here. When again the local priest comes into the back and says, "We've received another interesting little item for you."
Oh, yes. What is that, Father? Mulcahy?
Father Mulcahy says, this was apparently dropped in the collection box.
Oh, really?
And he turns over to you a key. Let's see.
Kind of like a disc.
It looked like a disc. Give me a second, and I will see if I can paste this into the chat. Let me paste it. Do no. Okay. Maybe I can. Well, basically, it is a. I'll just have to describe that. It is a golden key with a kind of battle angel motif on the head of the key.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, this is kind of cool. Thank you, Father. I don't know what this might be for, but I will certainly treasure it.
All right. I hope you can figure it out. It looks important. And okay, he leaves.
Now, is that something I need to put in my inventory?
It is not. No.
Okay. So I just have to write a note to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
interesting. I'll throw you a bone on this one because we're not going to spend an hour here trying to figure out what the key is. The key has a similar motif to the
Box.
Yes. Thank you, Fuzzy. That is
John,
indeed
Is that it in chat, John?
it. That is.
Okay.
Stick the key in the hole in the box.
Special key with
Are you the
angel
key master?
Actually, since this is the first time, I'm going to retcon that a little bit and say that basically all of you are there.
Okay.
Hanging about.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I put that in my special notes place.
Well,
I
it
wouldn't
seems
bother.
like this key goes in the box, I'm assuming.
Interesting. Let's see what we have.
Okay. So
Mixie, darling, do you want to put the key in the box?
I thought you never asked.
put the key in my box. No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right. So Mixie, you retrieve the little music box that you received from the Golden Vault, and insert the key into the little lock in the front of it and give it a turn. When you do, the box pops open, and from inside, a sort of generic but very melodious voice emanates from inside the box. It says,
Ooh.
"Greetings, operatives. Quentin Tanglepocket has made a deal with the Red Dragon followers to open a new casino in Red Province using stolen coin. We would see that the casino is shut down, and a sufficiently embarrassing incident would grant us the leverage we need to accomplish it quietly. This quest, should you choose to undertake it, requires you to infiltrate the Afterlife Casino, steal a statuette and a sum of money. Meet with Verity Kai at the Brine Window Tavern in Rockholm to learn more details. Good luck, operatives." And when the voice ends, the lid to the music box closes and the key vanishes.
Oh, self-destructs like Mission Impossible, eh?
Verity Kai, and what was
Sounds like fun.
the tavern?
The Brine Window Tavern in Rockholm. So,
Okay. Is that a Red Province town?
it is. I had to make one up for the intro, but a quick perusal of the map shows that it's about a 2 days journey out to Rockholm into Red Province.
Okay.
The city itself is located near the coast.
Oh, fun. We're going on a field trip. I love field trips.
Okay, so we get our stuff together and get ready to go, I guess.
Okay, how would you like to travel there? It's
You said it takes 2 days?
It's 2 days by foot, but you can always hire a carriage. Should get you there in a little bit more than a day. But
Fuzzy's equal opportunity.
A carriage sounds cool to me.
if you want to get that,
Yeah.
I think
Real
carriage
likes to ride in style.
Yeah, why not? All right. What is the cost of a carriage? Where did I do with that? I had all this open. Services. Okay. 3 copper per mile. That was a long way away. I don't know. I'll just spitball it. Say 2 gold to get there. For everybody.
2 gold from everybody.
Yeah. For everybody. I mean, it's one
For
carriage.
everybody.
So.
Gotcha. Two total. Gotcha.
All right.
Sounds like a good plan. Would give us lots of time to discuss things on the road without worrying about the tiredness.
All right. In the morning, you find your hired coach outside waiting for you, and so you load up your equipment and head out on the southwest gate into Red Province. Chris, why don't you describe to us the scenery that we are seeing in Red Province along the way?
Well, Red Province is a mostly mountainous region on the continent of Iador, and as you go across the border of Shakar into Red Province, you basically are met with like very small mountains at first. It's a little bit of an open area with some smaller mountains in the distance, and well-worn paths that go in between them. And as we go deeper into Red Province, the mountains get larger and larger as you get towards the center, and things go up higher and higher. The roads become slightly more treacherous. Things get kind of windy. Occasionally there are some storms and things like that depending on the day, and it gets a little bit rough and tumble throughout the middle, and then it kind of starts to even out again as you get toward the coast of the continent of Iador.
Okay, so rough going, and the road's a little bit bumpy, but it's certainly a lot more comfortable in the coach than it would have been walking it. Let's see. Evens, odds. Odds. Kate, describe something interesting that happens on your journey.
Let's see here. So not close enough for it to be dangerous, but like maybe at a far distance, where we wouldn't be in the auras or anything. We see maybe a red dragon. It's hard to tell because it's far off on the horizon. It's pretty dark. Being chased by a couple smaller metallic ones.
So okay. So off in the distance, you catch sight of what at first you think is a few large birds, but after watching them for a little bit, you do see the red dragon. Looks like being harried and annoyed a little bit by a couple of the metallic dragons, which you can tell by just a little bit of glint of light off of their hide. But before long, the red dragon just kind of seems to fly over the horizon in a bit of a huff. All right.
Cool.
That was cool.
All right. So, since you did take a carriage, you do indeed manage to get to Rock. What did I call it? Where's my notes? To Rockholm by late evening. Rockholm is a fairly large city, not quite on the coast, but close enough that you can kind of smell it in the air. It's pretty prosperous as a local trading hub for the fishermen and various trading companies that move through the area. So, while large, it's not quite as large as the central city, but still very well to do. You enter in through the northwest gate, and the carriage driver asks where he can drop. So, where can I drop you off, governors?
The Brine Window Tavern, please.
Brine Window? I don't know about any Brine Windows around here, but if you mean the Brine Widow, that's a pretty popular tavern. All right. I know where that is. And he takes off down the cobbled streets and pulls up in front of a fairly sizable but and well-apportioned tavern. Says, "Here you are, the Brine Widow Tavern."
All right. Unload. Take all of our stuff. Right.
All right.
Oh, don't we have to find somewhere to actually lounge?
Well, I mean, we were given a time, right, to meet. I think, right? To meet said person at the tavern.
Meat gave you a person, didn't give you a time.
Oh, okay.
Is there a nearby hotel?
Fuzzy says we're looking
usually
to
get
get Rarity Kai. I mean, the tavern may have rooms.
Oh.
It's large enough that, it looks like there's probably a few rooms.
Yeah. Go inside and try to see if we can get some rooms and get some food and drink because it's been a long day on the road, and sit there and see if we can't locate Verity Kai.
All right. Since it's late evening, things are a little quiet, but there are still several patrons sitting around, nursing some drinks and eating some of the local stew. A barkeep is up, stands behind the bar, dishing out a few drinks and cleaning up. Greg, who's the barkeep?
It is Gracious Harmonious.
Gracious Harmonious. That's an interesting name. Whoa. What is Gracious Harmonious? An elf, a dwarf, a human, male,
I'd
female?
say a pretty proper female elf who has crazy hair and like a very extravagant dress.
Very nice. All
But
right.
you can call her Grace for short.
Hello, Grace. Well, hello. Come in from the cold. Well, from the heat. It is quite dry out there. I have some fine spirits on hand for parched throats.
Oh.
Yes, I could use a drink, darling. Thank you.
Me too.
What would wet your palates tonight? I have, of course, our house mead, but a fine selection of some local wines. They're a little dry on the tongue, but very warm in the belly.
Yes, what do you have for wine, darling?
We have a nice red wet one and a nice white that's also a little bit wet.
Fuzzy steals the menu and looks at it and says, "Oh, what's the dinner selection for the special tonight?"
Well, the stew is always hot, but we've gotten some nice haddock on the
Is the
last hatch.
stew also wet?
The stew is a little wet, yes.
I'll take that wet stew and that wet wine.
If you're going to have the stew, then
Give it to me.
Fuzzy says, "I recommend the drier dark wine if you're going to have the stew, and if you're going to have the haddock, then this Chablis over here would be lovely."
There we go.
He nerds out.
Thank you, Kate, our
Yes.
wine expert.
Our IRL wine expert.
Sarah started that ball rolling though. Gotta get
All right. Yeah, it's just a couple of copper for the food and drink.
Okay.
And yes, that's each.
Okay.
2 copper.
I think that's what it
I'm
is.
actually gonna have a presence in time to go into my inventory. I suppose I should.
The minimum amount allowed for each currency is 0. That's weird. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Never mind.
And then the room, are we doing? I'm trying to think what 1 silver is the cost for a night. For
I
like
don't know
mods?
that she's told us that she has rooms yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we were skipping over that role play or not. I said we were going to try to get rooms. But
I don't know, but like I said, this is the.
Yeah. Food was good.
We have some food and some wine.
You take a seat, and you can take a seat at the table or a seat at the bar if you want to keep talking to Grace, or you find
Probably
about.
find a table back in a quiet corner so that we can sit and people watch me. Fuzzy's
Okay.
inclination.
Let's see here. So all we know is this person's name, right?
Correct. Verity Kai.
Verity Kai. They didn't give any. There was no indication from the message that this person was like dangerous or infamous or anything of that sort. Correct?
Nope, not that was in the message. All you know is that you're to meet them at this tavern.
Okay. Then Ro will take the opportunity to head over to the bar where Grace is and talk about the wine and maybe try to find some information on Verity. Ro will go over to Grace and say, "Oh, this wine is wonderful. I'm enjoying it very much."
Thank you. I personally select the vintages myself.
I'm wondering, do you know a person by the name of Verity Kai?
I can't say the name doesn't sound familiar to me, but you have to understand. I have a the guests of my place require a certain amount of privacy, so I can't really go and talk about the people that come through my bar very much.
Well, this is a person that we're supposed to meet, darling. I'm looking around and I'm not sure who I'm looking for. If you could help out in any way, that would be appreciated. And I slip a gold onto the counter.
Well, this certainly is a nice looking gold piece, but not the kind of gold that I normally deal in. If this is somebody that you're supposed to meet, perhaps you have some way of proving that you are someone that brain fart.
I assume she's talking about the key, so I don't.
No, you don't have the key. The key disappeared.
Oh, that's right.
That you are someone who perhaps would be working for her.
I'm sorry. Is that what Grace says?
Yes.
I believe that Verity is intending to hire us. Yes. We were supposed to meet this person here, and we have no idea who they are or what they look like. We did receive a missive of sorts that was accompanied by a symbol of. What did you say was the symbol of the key, John? There's a picture of it in chat. I described like this winged, helmeted, angel-looking thing holding something in its hands. I described that was sort of the missive that we received.
Well, I can't say I've ever heard of any kind of key with that kind of missive, dear. But if
I slide another couple of gold on the counter. And say, well, if you find any information that you can share, we're going to be at this table right over here for a little while, enjoying your wonderful food and spirits.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I guess I'm not role-playing this well. Trying to get a point across.
Fuzzy was sitting there, he would take out one of our special coins and put it on the counter, but Fuzzy's not the one who's sitting there.
I think Ro's intelligent enough that Ro would probably pick up on that too.
Pick up on what?
Well, Kate just said.
What did Kate just say?
The barkeep is looking to see one of our special coins. And Ro is very smart, so he knows that.
Well, Chris is confused because Chris has no idea how this person would have any connection to our coins. But okay.
The coins are very vaguely defined, so I'm just kind of expanding on them.
It's establishing the fact that we have enough of a reputation that people would know about us even in other provinces.
I mean, if that's the case, then that's great. I mean, that wasn't my understanding of it, but yeah, okay. I take out one of the. I have like 3 of those on me, so I take out one of those coins, and I say to Grace, my friends and I, we have a particular skill set, and this particular kind of gold coin is what we are known for. Is this perhaps what you were looking for?
Grace slides her hand across the bar top, and the coin disappears, and in its place are 2 room keys left behind. So you do wish to spend the evening. Very well.
Yes, of course.
Nice.
I think I can accommodate you. The room keys are. One key is marked with a room number. The other key is marked with just a little drink symbol, which which matches a door to a symbol over on one of the doors on the side of the tavern.
A meeting room.
Okay. So I still leave the coins. There's 3 gold there, and I thank Grace, and I go back to the table and show the room keys to the rest of the group.
Trixie immediately takes a room key and heads upstairs.
All right. Yeah, you grab the room key, and you find upstairs. You find a fairly nice room that should easily accommodate the group for the night if you want to stay.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, what time in the evening is it? Is it like everybody's going to bed, or it's like
It's
meeting room?
getting on towards the evening. It's quiet hours, but people aren't completely sacked out yet.
I mean, Fuzzy sees the second key when Ro shows it and says, "Ooh, if we've got a key to the Oxen meeting room right over there, well, what if she's in there right now? Do we want to keep her waiting?"
Well, we've checked out our room, darling. We can go down and see if they're in that room waiting for us.
All right. Does the group want to go down, or are we in agreement on that?
Rose okay with it? Is everybody else cool with going down to that room and seeing if if Verity is in the room?
Yes. Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Looks like we're all in agreement.
Okay, so you head on over to the door with the similar mark on the key. Give it a turn and step inside. The back room in the Brine Widow is well appointed with a polished wood table, paintings of local landscapes, and wrought iron lanterns. Platters on the table are piled with food, and a pot of tea steams in the center of the table. The tiefling before you has red skin, cobalt blue eyes, and curly white hair that she wears in long twists. Black horns rise from her forehead in tight spirals. I was told I would be expecting you today. I'm Verity Kai, and what I'm about to discuss with you requires the utmost secrecy. I can't stress to you enough how important it is that you speak nothing of what you hear within these 4 walls.
Of course, darling.
And from the rest of you?
Yes.
Understood, of course.
Excellent. Please, sit. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the tea, if you wish. And I will tell you about the Afterlife Casino. The Afterlife Casino is a brand new Nine Hells themed attraction that's just outside of town, down towards the coast. The owner, Quentin Tanglepocket, built it using prize money he stole from me, and I'd like you to give him hell. He's hosting a tournament there, and I want you to steal the Irene statuette he plans to award as a prize, embarrassing him in front of the big names at the tournament. I also want you to steal back the 5,000 gold pieces that he stole from me. Bring the statuette and the gold here. I'll be waiting. And I'll be waiting here for your return.
Ooh, a casino. That sounds like fun.
I have, to his credit, I have heard some interesting rumors about the place. Even though it has only been open for, it opened yesterday. So it is an interesting casino, but built on my money.
How did that exchange happen, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, Quentin and I used to be business partners, such as it was. I am quite well known as a very skilled gambler, and Quentin was just almost as good as me. And for a while, we toured the casinos throughout the place, and built up quite a sum of money. Until one day, he was gone, and so was the money. It wasn't too long after that I heard that he was starting up this casino.
Oh, it sounds that he's likely to use the casino as a front to swindle money from others, based on what you've told us of his personality.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him. I don't know too much about that myself, though. I just want him to pay.
How soon is the tournament?
Oh, the tournament is already underway. It began with the opening of the casino yesterday, and they are presenting the statue at tomorrow evening at the conclusion of the tournament.
And what game is being played?
Three Dragon Ante.
And what is the Nine Hells Casino? What does that mean?
Oh, that's just the theme that Quentin has decided to choose for this casino. It's, from what I hear, a Nine Hells themed casino, complete with employees that are all tieflings, and you even enter it by getting a boat ride down what Quentin calls the River Styx.
Oh, interesting.
Is there anything you can provide us as far as things to help us gain entry? Do we need particular outfits or uniforms?
Well, gaining entry won't be a problem at all. I can provide you a carriage down to the docks where the boats where the ferries will take you directly into the casino, which is open 24/7. Now that it's open.
And do you have any information going in? Certainly we will do our own recon as well, but where the statue and your stolen funds are being stored within the building?
I have, thanks to a contact that I have in the company that was hired to build the casino, I was able to get a rough description of the layout, which I actually, and while I'm no artist, I was able to draw a rough map for you. One moment, please, while I pull that up. Boom. There. Have it in chat. And she hands you a rolled up map, which when unrolled shows the a rough layout of the casino itself. You see, we have the River Styx, which flows in through the center of the casino, ending in a waterfall at the far end, with a few bridges over it. There is a downstairs section that has a small restaurant and all the employee areas over there on the left. This is, the employee-only entry areas are all cordoned off with green trimmed doors. You will not be able to get through the green trimmed doors without some kind of pass key. And in addition to that, scattered throughout the casino up on the walls, which I have their locations marked as described to me, you'll see large security mirrors. Anything that is reflected in those mirrors is also shown by a twin mirror inside the security office, which is staffed at all times. The prize, the money and the statue are located in the vault, which you can see up here at the top of the map. And she points to the room at the top left of the map.
Oh, the very top left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Star.
So, yep. So that
Those are money symbols.
Little money symbols, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Ooh, yeah. Good. So that's the money and the prize she said is stored in there?
Yes, that all the casino earnings go into that vault, and that is where that they'll be keeping the statue until it's time for its unveiling. Or the trophy.
So, is there a way that we could become temporary employees of the casino?
Well, that is for you to figure out then, isn't it?
True.
Is there anything you can teach us about the Game of 3 game ante, just in case we decide that having someone play the game in the tournament, if they allow late entries, is
to my knowledge,
part of our plan?
I'd be happy to teach you the game if you're willing to put up a bit of the coin, but I believe that entries into the tournament are closed.
Understood.
Okay, so I've been trying to take notes and missing like half of what you've been saying.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
It looks like you said these green doors on the map. Those little tiny green slashes.
Little blue slashes.
Oh, blue slashes. Those are employee-only areas.
Correct. The green marked, well, it's kind of a blue-green in this map, are employee-only doors, and
Yeah.
Verity says that you cannot get through those doors without a employee passkey.
Right. And in the casino, they have green edging. That's why you're thinking of green, like when we're actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that there are basically mirrors that work kind of like security cameras.
Yeah. Which
yep.
are all those little red things with the little
red
hatches under
things.
them. Yeah.
Okay, and there's a waterfall at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Security monitors, employee-only doors, pass card. Okay.
All right. Oh.
And the tournament, we can't enter the tournament, right? You said?
Correct. Tournament entry is closed.
All right.
Besides, what would be so embarrassing about the person winning the statue? The goal here is not the trophy. The goal is the embarrassment. I don't care about the trophy itself.
It looks like we may want to sit here and plan our ideas for entry tonight and get a little bit of sleep early in the morning and plan to go in the afternoon and go from there.
Ro asks Verity, and forgive me if I missed this while I was taking notes, but are there any sort of armed security?
Oh, there is definitely security that is out on the floor, and I do know that the security office itself is always manned. Beyond that, my contact didn't have any information.
Sure, they have arms.
Probably two of them.
The question would be if they have automated alarms or other defensive mechanisms in the building. I mean, we could also do some recon before the actual job, although with it needing to be done before tomorrow evening. That's a little bit of a time crunch.
Well, as I said, the casino is open 24/7. You can head in it and go at any time.
I suggest that we get ourselves in there by maybe applying or pretending to be an employee, and then that way we're already in the mix.
Well, at the very least, I see that there's a laundry room on here, and if we could even get in there briefly, we could probably get some uniforms.
Okay, so everybody has met Verity, and you now know what it is that you need to accomplish for today. Grab your 5,000 gold, grab the Irene statue. Anything else you happen to grab along the way, Verity doesn't care.
So it's all in the vault, right? So whatever we can carry.
Did he provide us with a picture of what the statue looks like?
She did not. But there is one last thing that she does provide to you, which I want to make sure I tell you before I forget.
Okay.
She says, I realize that the 5,000 gold might be a bit much to carry at once, so you can go ahead and put it in this. And she hands you over a small satchel. She says, that is a bag of holding that I have had specially crafted. It will hold exactly 5,000 coins, but be aware, anything you put in it, you will not be able to get out again. So, but I think it should come in handy,
It will
at
not
least for moving the large amount of coin.
And as to the statue, we just need to find other ways to discreetly get it out.
I'm sure. I have utmost faith in your skills.
So the statue can't be put in the bag of holding?
If you do, you won't be able to fit all the coins.
Gotcha. Okay.
One or the other.
Honestly, it might be better to put the statue in and carry some of the coin. Let's see.
Ro asked, like how big is the statue? Is it like a trophy you hold in your hand, or is it like 6 feet tall? Like, what's the deal?
I have not actually seen the statue yet myself, so you'll have to see when you get there.
Gotcha. Oh, right, because sorry, I was thinking that he had stole it from her, but no, that's the
No.
Stop the tournament person from winning it to embarrass him. That's right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and return the gold.
Yeah,
All right.
return the gold.
So, with the setup underway and the gears turning, I think we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening. So,
Yay.
yeah. So go ahead and everybody say goodnight to the listeners.
Good night,
Good night,
listeners.
Forget to wave at the cameras because they can see that. Good night, everybody.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.